to tyranny is obedience to God.
I don't know about you, but I didn't like virtual Easter.
Negative.
How many of you like sitting in front of your computer and having virtual Easter?
You know, viruses like that happen, and we have stuff like this stored in labs all around the world. And I think that issue needs to be addressed. You know, maybe the president needs to recognize these as weapons of mass destruction and possibly have the military take control of these labs to protect us. And on top of that, I encourage every business owner in the state and the whole country to exercise their rights. The Bill of Rights has many rights in there. You know, there's many things protected under those amendments, and the Second Amendment provides safety, security, and defense to protect the rest of our amendments. We cannot live under tyranny. When tyranny becomes law, rebellion becomes a duty, and it's as simple as that. There are so many people who love their freedom, and they're not going down without a fight. You better believe it. Amen.
Honestly, just the First Amendment issue, Second Amendment issues as well. I feel like due diligence to support our Second Amendment is absolute. If you're not here, you're just a part of the problem.
Why I came here?
Yeah.
Well, to state the obvious, we have slid right into tyranny here. We have seemingly, with very little fight, given up just about all of our rights in about a month's time. So that's enough to get me out here. Our economy is on, skid row here, and the models were way off. So I could understand this reaction at first, when the numbers were looking really scary at 1 million, 2 million. But now when we're looking at 26 million unemployed, and the government just comes in by fiat and shuts down private business, that's something right out of Atlas Shrugged, With no plan in place as to how they're going to actually fix this. Everybody's rock bottom and no plan in place. For what? For what turns out to be, they'll say, how can you compare it to the flu? Well, we can compare the numbers to the flu. And when it turns out that the death rate is actually 0.1%, then it seems pretty absurd to completely crush your entire economy. So do you disagree? I have no idea what side you're on. Because if you want to debate me, I will. But what you're not going to do is twist this.
I guess what I'm wondering is, what happens if, it starts getting bad again,
So if it does. So it's always ifs, what ifs, maybes. We can't crush our economy and slide into socialism based on speculation. You just said if, that's called speculation. A lot of shit can happen. People die of all kinds of things. You know that 58,000 people die every day in this country? 58,000 every day. Is that sad? So the spin on that would be, how could you be so callous about death? I'm not. But tons of people die, that's life. Take it up with God. So, whatever you do with that, I don't want you to splice it and cut it.
Pneumonia, I'd easily be able to call home the following morning. No.
As medical professionals, we only have the public's interest in mind. There have been lower patient volumes in the hospital, but I believe that's because other people are scared of contracting the virus when they come to seek care, and that's why we're seeing the lower volumes. The patients with COVID-19 that do need to go into the hospital are extremely sick. Most of them, I would say, end up in the ICU at some point in their stay. And because of that, those resources become scarce. We still have people getting into car accidents, we still have people who need ICU level care, and if those beds are filled with COVID-19 patients, other people are going to die as a result, and that's what I want to prevent.
I want to say honestly, past 80-ish years, the country's just been on a decline, not only in socioeconomics, but our economy has been more export than import. Fear-mongering is a real issue with our media, and I feel like there's too much bias in what people believe, and people should start looking at the facts more than their emotions.